Today we're going to be sharing our thoughts on the second book for the Throne of Thorns for Ruins of Symbaroum. We also have to take a look at City of Eternal Euphoria and the core rulebook itself. And so these last two, these are for the standalone Symbaroum game, where the ones under the Ruins brand is for everything compatible with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So I've talked about this before. One of my favorite things about the Symbaroum books is the artwork in general. Now, that is now also my biggest complaint, is that between the two versions of the game, a lot of the same artwork is used between both. So you do see some repeats in the Ruins books that we see in here, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's still fantastic art. Now, the game itself, usually when I play a role-playing game, I tend to play a much darker storyline than most other game masters. And so Symbaroum is basically already set up for that kind of world. Very much fits my style. The stuff that I write, the stuff that I like to play. Like, this is exactly what I'm looking for and really what's meant for me. Now, the mechanics themselves are really interesting because they're actually designed to be forcing the game to be much more narrative focused, where all of the dice rolling is done by the players. And so kind of think of it like the system that's like from Outgunned, for example, where the focus really is on crafting a better story. And so for game masters that prefer to have a narrative aspect to their games, and that's really the focus of that campaign that they're doing, this is definitely ideal for them. And for me, absolutely up my alley. So literally in every way, this game is meant for me and my friends. Now, one of the things that the Ruins version of the game does a little bit better is kind of streamlining the process when it comes to some of the ancestries, where the add-ons for the core game, goes much further in depth because there's also a lot more books. In Ruins, they are kind of condensed, so that way it's easier to digest. So I really like that aspect of it, just in so much that you have new players coming in. They don't want to learn the entire bloody history of a single group, and so with this, it gives them more of an overview. So, but overall, both are absolutely fantastic. We had so much fun playing these. We've had them for a few weeks since they were received. Thank you goes to Free League for sending these to us. Now, there is so much content and not nearly as much artwork as I would like, but that's just because I am a sucker for a great art piece. Like, I love that mask, by the way. And then we also have a fold-out map, which those that have watched other videos of ours will know that I love having maps for the groups to interact with. And just the overall attention to detail for the world, the world building itself, and then art like this. It's just absolutely fantastic. Loved every little bit of it. The core book definitely has a lot more to it. And I think that the team behind the Symbaroum games just absolutely nailed it out of the park. Now this one is one of my favorites. Just absolutely fantastic. Kind of makes me think of like a swamp version of the sandworms from Dune with somebody writing on it. Just absolutely gorgeous art. It looks very, very much like kind of maybe like oils or watercolors that they've used to do the painting, and the art style is just absolutely fantastic. I love it. I know when my team gets around to finishing the role-playing game that we're writing, I hope that the artwork that we have is very much like this. In terms of the style, just absolute gorgeous work. The team just nails it every step of the way, especially on these covers. And just absolutely fantastic for rule books. And then we also have papers right here, kind of just further add to the immersion, and just so much lore is in here. Again, the team just does an amazing job with all of this, and if you are looking to experience this world, or essentially a darker D&D world, this is definitely going to be one for you, where it definitely has a much darker narrative, overall storyline of the world as a whole, and just that team absolutely, again, I know I've said this several times now, but they just absolutely killed it with these books. The team at Free League are some of the best role-playing game makers, as well as supplement makers for D&D, for their own versions, as well as the ones that kind of blend the two together. I can't wait to see what else they come out with for Symbaroum. But I would also love if somebody there could tell me if I'm screwing up the name or not, because I'm reading it how I feel it should be read phonetically, but there's no real information. I haven't seen anyone do any videos on this yet, but I haven't really gone looking. But so far, I haven't seen anyone confirm the correct pronunciation. And so, if one of you guys from Free League are watching this, if you could please tell me if I'm getting it right or if I'm absolutely butchering it, would love to know. But that's it for today. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. And if you haven't already checked out Symbaroum and are looking for a great dark fantasy role-playing game, this is definitely going to be one for you. And if you're looking to bring that same atmosphere into your Dungeons & Dragons game, then the Ruins line is absolutely where it's at. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.
Now I'm set, painting minis with no regret. Set up fast, tear down clean. It's the slickest station I've ever seen. Whether Penny or Hammer, Walking Dead or Apex, create trophies, a kit that clears the specs. No clutter, no stress, just pop and play. Take a squad and save the day, hey. I've tried the rest, but this one slays. From dungeon crawlers to sci-fi rays, it's my go-to. My tabletop gem, create trophies, the kit, yes ma'am. So if you're a hobbyist like me, here's the link to paint stress free. Join the fun, let your colors run free. Whether you're painting or Hammer, The Walking Dead or Apex, create trophies, the kit that clears the specs. No clutter, no stress, just pop and play. Put your squad and save the day. I've tried the rest, but this one slays. From dungeon crawlers to sci-fi rays, it's my go-to. My tabletop gem, create trophies, the kit, yes ma'am. So if you're a hobbyist like me, here's the link to paint stress free. Join the fun, let your